Hello there, my dear. I am so excited to be back today with another collective message for you today. This is an oracle card reading, and they're saying it's for the creatives. Um, I'm Raquel. I am a channeler, energy coach, lover of the written word because I write it and I read it voraciously, and I have since I was tiny. Um, and I always say I'm here to deliver the messages that your heart and soul have been desiring to hear and get across to that wonderful mind of yours to help you do something with it, hopefully. That's always my goal is that you hear a message and that you decide to do or believe something a little differently as you move through your life as a dear human in this world. All right, so today they're saying the message is for creatives, and it's like April Joy Joy. That's what they say. And so I was led to these cards because when I look at them and I feel into them, they're just like joy because of the colors and everything. But this is Sonia Choquette's Trust Your Vibes Oracle card deck. And they're just so much fun. It's just delightful. So they're saying it's going to be a three-card oracle spread for helping people claim their joy. And that's what they say. It just comes through me as I hope you see and hear many channels tell you. It's like we don't know the message till we decide we're going to get to work and open up the channel. So today is about creative joy. And they're saying I'm going to pull three cards and that there might be a gift card at the end. There's always like, I always do this for myself when I do a reading. I'm like, what's my gift card? Out in the world, a gift card, right, is one that has monetary value. But a gift card in my Oracle card deck journey is like a gift from the divine that is so not expected. So I'm like, give me my gift, please. Sometimes I just ask for a gift. And so today they're like, because we're in Joy, the fourth card will be a gift card. All right. So, and they're saying the fourth card, the gift card, is the one I'll read. Maybe. All right, here we go. Three cards. First card. Uh-oh, get back to the body. I had no idea. I thought that that was some sort of like stole or like a scarf. But if you look closely up top, it's a sun. Okay. So, and then it goes, if you don't know, this is also why I love some of these cards. They help me pick out for creativity because look, the messages are all in the images, right? This is the sun, and then this is the moon. Get back to the body. They're saying like body is the portal to creativity, joy in April. That's it. Mic drop. Um, and what they're showing you is that the ways to get into your body are connected to nature and the ways you might allow it to move and shift things around you. They're showing me a few people who are like gonna go bathe themselves in the moonlight. And then there's some of you who are just gonna like sit there and connect with the earth under your body and feel your body. And they're saying this is going to be so important because there's going to be stuff you access when you can finally breathe again. And they're saying some of you also need to be held, like allow yourselves to be held by the earth. And for some of you, that looks like being in a body of water and floating and allowing the water to hold you. That's sort of a representation of the Great Mother holding you. Some of you will connect with the ground as a way of holding you. And then they're showing me some people in the air doing something. Like some of you do stuff that has to do with the air. Um, And that sometimes that's how you feel held is like when you're actually one with the air and you're moving with it. I don't know. Hopefully that's for somebody. Um, and they're saying when you allow yourself that, it'll be like they're showing me like a little pot, and those beautiful little pot will have tons of honey for you. I I can't make this stuff up. So that's what they said. It's like a pot of honey. It's like Winnie the Pooh's pot of honey. It's never ending. It will always be there for you if you get back to the body. Because there are things in connection with the body that will um connect you to um they're saying like ideas and how do I say this? Ideas, yeah, they're saying connect you to ideas that are not available right now. Right? They're like some of you are doing what you need to do as creatives, and the body's a different entry point that will give you, they're saying inspiration, motivation, ideas for the project. Second card. Ooh, write it down. Mm, that little piece of paper says intention. Um, and they wanted me to stop and look at it and read it because they were like, there's something that you're not letting yourself declare that you want this month that you need to just decide and declare and write. And they're saying for some of you, it's like you're really scared. Um, and for some of you, you're like making pretend you don't know what you want. But they're saying like stop lying to yourself. Just because it's too big or just because you said it to someone who just didn't get it doesn't mean it's not your intention and you shouldn't give yourself a chance to do it. And they're saying once you claim it, like once you write it, um, they're like showing me this image of like this reverberating uh sort of like sound that goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and reverberates and reverberates and reverberates. And that's what you're doing when you decide to write it down. You're like declaring it to yourself, to your timeline, to your guides, to whatever you believe is the divine. Like this is it. This is the thing that I want to cultivate as part of my joy in April. Like this is it. But they're saying you have to give yourself permission to declare it. And they're saying we know this is hard. Because the thing they're saying for some of you, the thing you're declaring is the thing that you haven't done. So you're scared shitless because it's like, fuck, I haven't done this thing creatively. Like, ugh, starting from the beginning, all the gnarly stuff that comes up with that. Some of you are scared to declare because you're wondering what it means for other people to know that this is what you want. And they're saying that a part of you has sort of taken on other people's perspective, right? So that like you're wondering what other people think because there's a part of you that judges you for the thing that you want. And then there's some of you who are scared shitless of what it means to actually follow through with the thing that brings you the most joy. And they showed me like a vision of myself and like what I most want. And they're like, yeah, that's you. Like you're just way. Like there are people out there who want a tremendous amount in the world of impact, of love, of support, and they fear if they declare it, they'll be seen wanting and there's like a level of shame to that. And then there's also the level of shame of like, I declare it, but then like, what if I don't get it? Or I try and it doesn't happen. And like, there's all that stuff. Um, and so they're saying, but what if you just gave yourself the chance to just decide it was okay to write down? You writing it down doesn't mean you'll have it. It just means you gave yourself the chance to declare it just to yourself. Because the beauty of this process, what they're showing me is like, it's not for anyone but you. I mean, who's going to see it? Nobody's going to see it but you. Hmm. They're also saying joy always begins with deciding that you want joy. Decide you want it. And if it's too scary to write down, like what you think your version of joy is, they're saying just write that you want to welcome in more joy in your life. Allow yourself to write it and then see what happens. Even if you're too scared to write the thing that brings you the most joy, then at least declare to yourself, like, this is my season. This is my month of joy. Bring me the things that will allow me to explore my creative joy. Mm. They're saying once you do that, it's like an opening. The divine will come to meet you. People will come. Materials will arrive. Like it's just gonna get here. But if you could just declare it. And they're saying we're gonna take away the idea that once you declare you want joy, you're gonna be given all these obstacles to joy. Because that's like very very Christian patriarchal ways of thinking of like, we want this thing, so we're going to have to suffer and learn something in order to receive it. They're saying we're throwing that shit out. And we're here to tell you, if you want creative joy, you need to write it down. Even if you're scared to get into the specifics the first time you write it down, if you want to declare it, declare it. But don't assume that because you declared it, these bad things happened in order to teach you the value of joy. That's not how this works. They're saying joy can be found everywhere. And so you putting it down on paper might just be your ability to open your mind and your heart to actually seeing the ways it already exists. That this is not some like path of like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm gonna get this thing that's difficult so I can really figure out the meaning of joy. It's like that's not where this is coming from. We ain't going there. We're just saying that's not what this is. Third card, name it and claim it. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. Oh yeah. The card is so beautiful too. Because I can't, you can't really see it in this color, but maybe over here you will. Oh, it's a little purple with a gold sun. And she has wings, by the way. Woo! What are they trying to say about this? Hmm. They're saying joy can only be had if you decide to claim it. And they're saying you've already claimed it. If you click this video is probably gonna have like some thumbnail or description that tells you like that it's for creatives and it's about joy. So if you clicked it, that means you want it. So you clicking it and watching it's already a declaration. You've already named it. You've already claimed it by deciding to watch the video. Um, and they're also saying you've already claimed the life of a creative. You clicked this. So even if your physical reality doesn't look as though, how do I say this? If your physical reality doesn't look as though and does not reflect the life as a creative that you want yet, that doesn't mean you don't get to have creative joy. And that doesn't mean that you get to delay creative joy until your entire life reflects the life that you have in your mind of what a life of a creative is for the way you're imagining it, the way that you want it to be. You don't get to delay it. They're like, you've already claimed that you enjoy spending a great deal of time with your particular craft. Whether you do it full time doesn't mean shit. Whether or not you make money off of it enough to live off of it doesn't mean shit. So they're saying, don't put off the claiming of joy, and especially creative joy, until you live the life of a creative. Because you've already claimed the life of a creative. And now what you need to do is just claim how much joy it brings you. Because if you'd be surprised at how much opens in that. And they're saying we're not going to go into like, oh, it'll open and you'll make all this money and all this. I'm like, we're not going to go there. That's not really what this is about. Energetically, of course, that's possible, but they're like, that's not what this is about. This is about joy. And we cannot intrinsically tie joy to hard work and to an outcome that is not yet real. Joy is a level of presence. Joy is picking up your paintbrush and enjoying the process of bringing it back to life by dipping it in water. That's what they showed me. They're saying my moment of joy is like, oh my God, finally, like sitting with the most delectable pen and a sheet of paper that has just the amount of texture that I like to it. Joy is seeing my writing out in the world and having one person respond like, yes. They're saying joy and claiming your creative joy. They just keep saying that it shouldn't be delayed until you live your life as a creative because there's so much joy to be had in what you do and how you do it and how you choose to share it. Mm, my heart dropped. It was just, oof, they're coming in today for the creatives. Okay, they're saying one more clarifying card, and then there's the gift card. So the fourth card Let your higher self lead. The moment I saw this, I just like saw this path opening to a huge view of mountains and the sun rising. And that's all I feel like. I'm like, oh, like what does creative joy look like when it's about the beginning again? Oh yeah. Oh, that hurt my heart. They're like some of us have forgotten the reason why we love to create had to do with the way it felt in the beginning. And have we done that yet? And this is, they're saying, very connected to the first card, get back into your body. There's something, so there's like a let your higher self lead. So like there's this balance between these cards that's like humaning, being in the physical, and then allowing yourself to also, right, and leveraging that for a certain sense of figuring out what creative joy could look like. And then there's also this beautiful idea um that our creative works and our creative joy comes from both, from like the body and the spiritual realm. And for some of you, it might be higher self, for some of you, it might be the divine. Like, how do you let that lead the way to your creative joy? Because they're saying, like, they're waiting. Your higher self is waiting. The divine is waiting. Your creation, your energy related to that creation that you're working on is just waiting for you to connect with it on a spiritual, energetic level. It's waiting. And it's waiting to connect with you so that you can create it together. Because they're saying like joy, creative joy is the process of co-creating with yourself, the divine, like all of it. It's good stuff today. All right, so this is the gift card. Accept support. Yeah. All right. I said because it felt like a message for me. I hope it's a message for you too. I'm assuming it is. So I'm gonna read what it says in the book. And I sometimes just like to call your attention to the card itself, because on the right, or my right, your left, is the moon on the hand, and then you have the hand with the sun, and then there's like flowers, and then there's stuff from above. And so there's support all over. Like they're saying this card is connected to all the messages you received today. And what is going to support your joy? Mm, they said read it and keep in mind creative joy. So 39, accept support. You can expect significant progress if you align your focus with divine will. Proceed calmly, with grace, ease, and humility. Move ahead naturally, gently bending around obstacles and working with others rather than aggressively pushing your agenda forward. You have far more support than you are aware of, so there's no need to feel stressed or fearful. Ask qualified people for help. Many beautiful and loving forces are working behind the scenes on your behalf. Oh my God, so good. Relax your defenses and open your heart so these benevolent forces can come in. Oh my God, so good. My heart is so juicy. Juicy. So that's the message about Creative Joy in the month of April. I'm here for it. I love it. Um, there's a part of me they want me to share. I have to go back there like it's in the message. Ask qualified people for help. Accept support. Let your higher self lead. Then there's this. Get back in your body. Write it down. Like it's all there. I did not plan it, but I help you do all these things. So if you want to work together, you can check out the links in I always forget, in the description below. Um, because I think this is such an important, how do I say this? There's a way I work with people one-on-one. So Sacred Thresholds is receiving a reading and getting support, but I have another offer that supports creative specifically in connecting with creativity in a different way. And it's all here in the cards in the sense of supporting you based on where you're at with your creative project or where you're at um, in your business or your life as it relates to your creativity. And what we do is like we slow down enough in our time together for you to be able to hear what what because you're hearing a lot of what your mind has to say about a lot of things. But often we're not always hearing what our body has to say. We're not often hearing what our heart has to say or even what our soul has to say about our creative projects. In addition to like the creative project itself, because it's being co-create, like it's a relationship that you're in, right? And so this is the work that I love to do because I I will say it's part of my soul's purpose to help people figure out how to create things that um are useful and true and can only be created by them. And we need all these components. Like we need to declare it to ourselves that this is what we're interested in, this is what we want, right? Because the moment you reach out to me and you're interested or you book a call, then the truth is that's your version of writing it down. That's your version of naming it and claiming it, right? Even if it is just with me, right? Because nobody else will know, right? And once you do that, I always say like writing is one of the most powerful manifestation tools. And I don't like to use the word manifestation because I find it to be aligned with a group of ideas and people that I just don't always align with. But writing and allowing yourself to write something is a declaration to your mind, your brain, and your heart that this is the path forward. Even if you don't cognitively begin or consciously begin to take steps in the thing that you said that you wrote. For some reason, I've just seen it sort of unfold in my life. I've seen it happen to other people too and clients. Like the moment you write something, like something shifts in the field and it's powerful. And it doesn't have to be like tons and tons of writing, right? Because I'm a writer, so I write for a living, right? But there are people who don't. And the moment you declare something and put something on the page, it opens a portal for you to be able to hear more from yourself, from the divine, and from the thing that you're here to create so that you can create it in a way that is right and true for you. Because oftentimes people are leading creative projects with their mind rather than their heart or their soul. And so then you get stuck and you're like, why can't I complete this? Why am I not completing it? Why is it even when it's done, it's not to my liking or it's not finished no matter what I do, right? Like all those things come up. Or like maybe sometimes some people are just even too scared to begin. They're like, oh my goodness, right? No matter where you are in that sort of um, timeline of folks in regards to your creative project, at the end of the day, what I have seen is that all those things are like the mind, right? At work in keeping you from the thing you're here to make. And I would say I'm a qualified person that you could seek support from um, and help from. But even if I'm not, the question is, who can you ask for help? Is it someone that has to do specifically with your craft? Are they going to be the best to support you? And how can you, they're telling me to remind you, how can you make sure you ask for what you need from the support that you're seeking? That some of you are seeking affirmation rather than support. Some of you are seeking confirmation that you're doing the right thing in the right way with your craft. And that's not support, right? Support is what helps you get back to it in a way that feels right and true for you. Um, and so find the right support and then ask for what you need from that support. Because even in my work with clients, I'm like, hey, what about this? What do you think of this? We could do this or we could do this, right? And it's still up to them. And you want to be with the help that's going to ask you and honor what it is that you need to claim your creative joy and get back to it in the way that feels really good for you, or begin it in a way that's actually in alignment with who you are and how you were designed. All right. If you're interested, check out the link in my description, book a call. I would love to be able to work with you and support you. And I will see you next time.